Hi, I'm Marco Antonio Rodriguez. I'm a writer, actor, director from New York City and also from the Dominican Republic.
Hi, my name is Fernanda Romero. I am from Mexico City. I am an actress and I am a musician and I've studied design as well.
Hola, my name is Eduardo Lines. I'm an artist. I am from Caracas, Venezuela, and I am an immigrant in the United States.
Hi, my name is Valeria Avina. I'm from Durango, Mexico. I'm an actress, I'm a playwright, I'm a voice teacher, I'm a producer.
Hi, my name is Marina and I'm from Argentina. And I'm an actress, I'm a comedian, and I write. I do a little bit of everything. I also do radio and voiceovers, everything.
Hi, I'm Greta Quispe and I am of Peruvian descent, raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I am an actor.
Hi, my name is Pablo Andrade. I'm an actor, a director, and also an acting teacher. And I'm from Venezuela.
Our cultures are different because Dominicans, we're from the Caribbean. Todo caliente, everything's warm. Our foods are different. The way we deal with each other is very different. We're very affectionate people. We're very physical people. We're very loud because a lot of us come from the montañas, the mountains. So there's this sort of idea of having to speak a little louder. Not that different from New York. But there are differences in cultures in that regard in terms of our food, in terms of our energies. You see what I'm doing? I'm already doing it. And in terms of how we interact with one another. Americans tend to be very curious people. So Americans tend to ask a lot of questions and probe and analyze and sort of are very much into therapy and counseling. Whereas Dominicans are much more jovial, much more forget your problems by having a good party time. Don't talk about it so much. Stop asking so many questions. As we say in the Dominican Republic, dejate de estar de pendenciero. Pendenciero means nosy. So I think in that regard, there's also a big difference. But in many regards, we're also similar.
I think we're all based, we're family based, and also very spiritual. I truly believe there's a huge difference between how important is culture for us and in our history and our where are we coming from, the roots, right? Roots are super grounded in our country, in my country, in Mexico. It's all about the family. Whatever happens to you, you can always go back home, and it's okay. As here, it seems that after a certain age, you can just leave, and perhaps they will not. It's kind of strange if you go back home and live with your parents. It's like sort of like a big thing when back home is quite different. It's kind of normal that even though you have your own career, it's okay if you live still in your home with your family. Like people doesn't see it as wrong, or that you're not free or whatever. I think family is a huge thing, and also where we're coming from, like making things by hand, and our language, language comes from poetry. So I think it's also the way we express comparison to the English language. I think Mexicano comes from all, Italian and French, and it has a little bit of Portuguese too. It's just all this passionate language that we all have, and I think that's also how we connect with each other. We're very touchy people, so I think that it's again grounded in the idea of roots, right? Family again.
I'm very weird in that way. I was so happy of being here that I actually didn't mind, the change. It's not a big change of culture. I just love LA and the vibe, and so I felt like home immediately. So
Peruvian culture is pretty much, I feel like, is transferable to all Latino cultures. We're very, very family oriented. Culture is very important in my country and with my family, we're very we take great pride in Peruvian culture. My parents still cook Peruvian food, and we go to Peruvian restaurants, and I stay up with the latest information about Peru. I mean, Peru is very important to me. Basically, culture and superstitions, for lack of a better word, is, I think in my mind, what differentiates American culture from Peruvian/Latino culture.
I know that I have a vast place in this world where I can land, and I will feel like home. From any place from, in America, you will feel home. Some places in Europe, you will feel home, because there's always people that come from Latin roots or Spanish roots. I could live in any country from Mexico all the way south. I will feel like home. And I don't think there's many ethnicities in this world that could say that.
The difference between living in Mexico and the US, well, it's obviously very different for me because all my family is in Mexico City. Well, here I'm more like work oriented all the time. I'm working, I'm studying. But the difference is just here's more business versus like in Mexico, I feel like I'm always with my family. Don't get me wrong, I go there and work, but it's always a very familiar place.
New York is very cosmopolitan, and I think it's a city that is very artistic in its own ways. There are many sources of creative energy everywhere here in New York. Caracas is also a cosmopolitan city. It's a very big city, and we are also having a lot of difficult there, a lot of problems. But there is also that need of expression that I found, at least in my circle in Venezuela. So I guess the need is the same, but the medium is different.